Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we're doing a first for the channel, and that is a prediction video of what new rides and attractions Blackpool Pleasure Beach are going to get over the next 5 years. It will probably be nowhere near accurate, but oh well. Yeah, let's give it a go. So obviously 2018 they've just built Icon. It's a pretty massive investment for the park, so I will be honest, that's kind of proven this year, and I think next year they're actually going to keep it pretty simple, e.g. minor park improvements, e.g. like repairs, paintwork, stuff like that. The year after that is where I think it could potentially get really interesting for this park. Now obviously they have a very large space where the Wild Mouse roller coaster used to be, and it's a point I'd like to bring up again as well, that Blackpool Pleasure Beach don't seem to be scared or apprehensive about removing a classic ride if they think it's going to improve the park. So I will be honest, now that that's gone, I will be honest, I don't think you're going to see a roller coaster in this spot, but I can kind of see them going for some type of thrill ride. Hopefully something unique, something interesting, something on quite a large scale, but obviously it depends for space, it depends where it can go and stuff like that. Obviously it depends in terms of finances and stuff like that, but it's still something that they could potentially fit in. The year after that is a really awkward one. Partly because I'm pretty sure they will build like some sort of high quality flat ride. The year after that, I can see them possibly building a family ride or stuff like that, or so maybe some some hotel improvements and stuff like that. I know they're developing their hotel at the minute. I can see maybe them continually expand it. I mean, pretty much the entire perimeter on the sea point of Blackpool Pleasure Beach could be pretty much altered and changed and developed. You could probably build a very large hotel down the side of it if you wanted to, with new food places and stuff like that. So I could kind of see maybe some large kind of scale, structural and kind of layout situations within the park. Big but not massively impressive. Maybe maybe a couple of small scale family rides. It's obviously predicting stuff is very difficult. You can be pretty sure what they could be doing, but what they actually are going to do is very difficult. What I can kind of see happen after that is potentially very controversial. So what the construction of Icon did is it modernised a pretty large section of Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And they've also continued that kind of modernisation around the park at certain points as well, which I noticed while I was there. It's kind of like the Icon's kind of, if you just hit, and the kind of the splash area has kind of gone quite far and wide of where it's been improved. And I think they might take this opportunity to make one hell of a statement to the rides they could be building in the future. I reckon they might. I don't want to say it because it's going to be so stupid if it doesn't work, but I can kind of see them bringing in RMC. And I will be honest, I don't think they'll touch Nickelodeon Streak. I think that's generally considered the family coaster. Don't think it has a particularly great layout, so I don't think they'll touch it. I don't think they'll touch the Grand National, because that's one of the oldest operating roller coasters in the world. Absolute classic at the park. I again also think it's not particularly tall. It's a little bit of an awkward position. Not really much you could do. Big Dipper, on the other hand, happens to be not only probably a good height, good length, and generally speaking, good sort of layout for an RMC conversion. It also happens to be pretty close to Icon. And that kind of, if you like, modernisation kind of starting point, I can see kind of continuing to the ride next to it, or as close to it as they can. I will be honest, I appreciate that it's possibly not going to be the most well-received comment you're ever going to see on a video, because it's yes, it's a prediction that I do think it's the sort of thing they could do. I think obviously it could be the UK's first RMC. I think they'd have given it enough time to let the financial drain of Icon subside, and I think they could do it. I mean, it would be one hell of a investment if they did. I mean, it's the sort of thing where I think that puts Blackpool massively on the map if they were to do that. I think it would fit the park really well. I think obviously you'd still have some of the traditional structure, if you like, so it would still have this kind of oldie theme and this classic theme. I think it would work really well, and I also just love the idea of the top bit when you curl around before the first drop. Imagine having that banked outwards and stuff like that. And I don't know, I could just imagine it, is what I'm saying to you guys. I mean, Obviously, it might not happen, as it probably won't happen, but it'd be absolutely spectacular if it did. I think it'd be a really good move for the park. And then after that, I can't see them building anything at all, like for at least a few years. So please feel free to leave your comments, thoughts down below. Obviously, feel free to like, comment, subscribe as well to get more content. Obviously, this might not be the first one of these videos I do. Hopefully, I'll bring more in the future. Obviously, they're all going to probably be wildly inaccurate and just absolute work of fantasy. But yeah, you can only hope you get one of them right sooner or later. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one.